Hey now. Hey. It is the 16th of June. Today is someone's birthday. Someone in either my family or someone that I know. I'll figure it out later today. Oh, okay. So let's just jump right into it, people. I'm really enjoying this book. As you can see, I'm just reading right through it. And thank you, whoever sent it to me. The person is going basically group to group as chronologically as they possibly can on the progress, the history of progressive rock, and I'm digging it because I have most of the records. So I've, I've been playing stuff as I listen, but I put stuff away. So let me pull this because it's right here, thankfully. Yes, Vandegraaff. No, it's still down here. Okay, excuse me. I almost was going to start over, but no. What the hell? So I read the Henry Cow, and I love Henry Cow and Art Bears and stuff, and but I didn't pull that because I'm really familiar with it. As I read him describing the recordings and even some of the songs, I can hear them in my head because I know them so well. But I pulled this again, Vandegraaff Generator, Pawn Hearts. This is a masterpiece. And it talked interestingly about the cover, Paul Whitehead, and also the story behind them doing the Nazi salute on the inside, which they could never get away with nowadays. It was it was an it was a joke based on something they had seen while on tour. Yeah, my copy is signed. You know, when I met Peter Hamill, when I got this signed, before I met him, Gail Coulson, who was Peter Gabriel's and his manager, turns out she was one of the originators of the label Charisma Records, which I didn't know. I just found it out through this book. But after a Peter Hamill solo concert that I attended, she approached me. She said, quite honestly, she had never seen a black person at a Peter Hamill show and had to know what was the appeal. And so she offered to take the record back stage and have it signed for me. So she had the record signed for me, but then I was able to get backstage after that and meet Peter Hamill directly myself. Played this because I haven't listened to it in a long time. This is really good. The least we can do is wave to each other. John Anthony, who is on Facebook a lot, and I interact with him. He's really kind of crazy. He really is. Some of the stuff he posts is like a little much for me. Very sexually weird stuff. But man, what a producer he was. Because again, he's up in age now. These are, in my mind, these are his production values were standard setting in many ways. Wonderful. Now I also pulled this Peter Hamill solo album because I never listened to it. But after reading, it put something into perspective about it. The Silent Corner and the Empty Stage. A Louse Is Not a Home, which is the last song on here, was actually written for Vandegraaff Generator, and it sounds like it. Some of the other songs where he's just singing and all flowery and choir boy is a little much for my taste. So that was really nice to have that breakthrough listen to that last night. These are going fast, and I just heard from someone, Mitchell, who got his and really likes it. So I'm glad to hear from someone else, and I'd love it if you folks buy it, if you would share your thoughts on this with people. Whether or not I make any money on this is not the point. I'm proud of this, and I would like to see Egypt have a career. So spread the word about that. Okay, what else? Yesterday, I played this because it was the 42nd anniversary of the release of Mana Mirage by the Muffins. And all these people, well, 3 of the 4 guys are friends of mine. Tom Scott, I don't know, but Paul Sears, Billy Swan, Dave Newhouse in particular are friends. And I posted this and played it, and it stands the test of time. This is a wonderful Canterbury-inspired progressive rock album. It stands the test of time. This is a fantastic, excellent album. Okay. So, I listened some more to the Gila, just, kind of double checking. Come on, computer, don't hang up on me. I love this. And then I have this. I've had this for a while. Gila. And it turns out this is the album that was released from the radio sessions. So this has a proper release, but I have this bootleg of it, which is the same sound quality. And this is good stuff. I like the band. Let me just show one more thing before I go. I don't want to keep this one long. I see that my computer's hanging up. I got to find out what that's about. I got some more records in from Laser's Edge. One I got that I knew I would like it, but I didn't realize how much. This is really good. Hydrus, Midnight in Space. This was originally put on a PDU label. There's no information about who made it. This is could be a library music album where they're moving between electronic and kind of smooth jazz, but in that library music way, which is cool. And then also the way this is recorded, it's like the sonics on this is just wonderful, fabulous. So I grabbed that. Anything else right quick? And keep this one short. There's a lot to share. On a social note, I want to share, if anyone is watching from Omaha, I'm so disappointed in Nebraska and Omaha. I listen to KFAB every day, and those people just are so bigoted and blindly so. It's really disappointing. That's all I got to say about that. But this whole racism issue being brought back up on the surface is really showing what people are made of, and a lot of people are really, really, really disappointing me. Other folks are obviously decent people, and we're fighting together for justice and moving away from a fear-based society that wants to control everyone because a certain small amount of people have a lot of riches that they want to protect. This is a movement that won't stop. We need a better planet. We need a better way of living. This material-minded way that causes so much aggression, pain, and division really has to change. The only reason why it's being held on to is because people who are benefiting from it don't want to share, don't care about anyone but themselves. But it needs to change. A musician friend of mine online spotted yesterday. I went ahead and I didn't block him, but it's just so disappointing. I almost wonder if he's doing it on purpose. He starts the post by saying, I know that Trump is an ass and he's an idiot, but he says things he says it like it is. He says what is like it is. When's the last time Trump said anything that made any sense? That man's demented. There's nothing cool or there's nothing to laud about the fact that Trump just says what he's thinking. That's not telling it like it is. That man's full of shit. Okay, that's what I got to say. Hey, James. Crap it out, Jim.